Go. Hey, welcome back, guys. Told you we would come back with another 80s session.
Yes.
Here we are with
80s.
Chef 80. I mean, Chef Carter.
Chef 80s. Hey.
Hi. Here we go. Join us on this journey as we go back to the 80s.
All right. So now we're going to discuss, which one do you want to go for? 80s Mall or the top 10 defining moments of the 80s?
Is there any more?
That's
Top 10 defining. Anything that has to do with the 80s, I'm game, honey. So, Chinese exercises, nah. I just dropped my damn toothpick. Sorry. Let's go with top 10 defining moments of the 80s.
all right. Sounds good.
The election of Reagan.
Big hair, big money, big foreign policy change, big groundbreaking technology. The 80s saw America become a greater superpower with all the spoils that go with it.
Hey.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10
Hey,
defining
bitch!
moments of 1980s America.
Oh.
Back today in order to preserve tomorrow.
For this list, we've chosen
She
moments
said that
we
today
felt
in
best
order to preserve
represent
tomorrow.
this essential decade in American history.
Yuppie drone, yuppie drone.
Number 10, the rise of yuppie culture.
Eggshell with Romalian type. What do you think?
As the upper class thrived under President Reagan's
Good movie.
economics, the world began to take notice of yuppies, young, well-educated professionals with a penchant to spend and an obsession with image.
I always use an aftershave lotion with little or no alcohol because alcohol dries your face out and makes you look older.
Inspired by moguls like Donald Trump, yuppies bought only the finest brands, drove imported automobiles, worked out endlessly, and invested in copious amounts of cocaine, at least according to the stereotype.
They don't have a good bathroom to do coke in.
The 1987 Wall Street crash killed the romanticism of the yuppie, but their stylistic influence lived on.
Yup, 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 yup.
Yup, yup.
I want my MTV. I want my MTV.
Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Number
Yeah.
9, cable goes mainstream.
On MTV Music Television, you'll never look at music the same way.
Usher.
Early in the decade, cable television services became an affordable option for many Americans. A number of specialty channels premiered that vastly affected the
Wilt
Yeah,
Chamberlain.
that's another thing they could have talked about in the last video. Remember when we only had 4 channels?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was ABC, CBS, NBC, and PBS.
We had 2, 4, 7, and 9.
But since we live on the state line, we actually had more than 4 channels, but they copied each other. Like we had 2 channels of ABC, one from Ohio, one from Indiana, 2 of CBS, one from, because they would come out of Dayton, and one from Indianapolis. And it would be nice because we were on the timeline too. So if you missed, we actually had 2 chances to watch our shows. So it could either be like if it came on at 7, but we missed it, we could always catch it at 8. All righty then.
The country.
This is it. Welcome to MTV Music Television, the
Wow.
world's first 24-hour stereo video music channel.
MTV not only helped unknown
Pat
artists hit the
Benatar.
big time, it also impacted
Sheena
fashion
Easton.
Young.
and
Oh.
traditional editing styles.
Boy George.
ESPN
Boy
led sports
George!
towards years of even greater financial success, while CNN kept people in tune with breaking news. The average way of life was forever altered.
You can depend on us being here all the time. And please.
Number 8, the spread of HIV/AIDS.
Which
Yeah.
shows that the
Hey,
lifestyle
bitch!
of some male
Can we
homosexuals
not use that
has
word
triggered an
towards women?
epidemic
of a rare form of cancer.
The HIV/AIDS
Seal-its.
virus gained official recognition in 1981, kicking off a tumultuous time of death, fear, and prejudice.
And when they started running, did you know that they were running from you or because of you?
Hey, bitch.
Oh, yes.
The disease's early prominence in gay male society
Man.
led to further issues with homophobia. Without efficient investigation, HIV/AIDS rapidly spread throughout the country's population via drug use, blood transfusions, and intercourse. Cases like Ryan
Pause.
White's raised awareness, leading to slow but steady treatment.
Yeah, Ryan White, he was from Kokomo, Indiana.
You know who else? Who else died of AIDS back in the 80s?
Arthur Ashe.
Rock Hudson.
Oh yeah, he was a big shock because all the women loved Rock Hudson, like our
Now
mamas.
let's see if they have him on here.
Yeah, I doubt they're gonna mention that. They might. Let's see.
Yeah.
But Ryan White, he
Yeah. That was a big story.
yeah, I actually had a teacher who was friends with his family. So
He got it through a blood transfusion, though, I believe.
yeah, well,
Ryan White, he wasn't gay. I mean, he was
yeah, he was a child.
right.
And it was sweet because, you know, Michael Jackson actually helped his family with all their medical bills and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if that made national news, but it was known here in Indiana. Did it make national news? Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Made state news.
All right.
Regardless, AIDS had already claimed its largest victim. The sexual revolution was dead.
It would be years later that the revelation he had AIDS
Oh, there it
is.
exposed his homosexuality.
Uh-oh.
The Challenger.
Number 7, developments in the space program.
Control program confirmed.
Watch it blow up.
Challenger now heading downrange.
The 80s were a tale of two halves for NASA. In 1981, Space Shuttle Columbia launched from the Kennedy Space Center. The flight served as a successful test for NASA's Space Shuttle program, allowing for many complex space missions. However, things came to a halt when the Challenger exploded shortly after liftoff in 1986.
You know, it just looked like a 4th of July fireworks explosion. And certainly the most tragic incident to ever befall the space program, at least at this point it seems that way.
Studies showed significant concerns with proper safety precautions, and the Space Shuttle program was temporarily grounded.
Okay, where were you when you heard about the space shuttle?
I was at home. I just got wisdom teeth pulled out.
Well, you got them kind of pulled kind of young.
Yeah. Well, this happened in 84, I believe it was.
No, it was 86.
Okay. Yeah, I was about 13, 14 years old when I got them pulled out. I got all four at the same time. But anyways, yeah, I was at home. I was eating a bowl of mint chocolate chip ice cream in my room. And I had headphones on and I was listening to some music and saw it on the TV.
Yeah. I
I
was
was like, oh man.
I was in school and basically what happened, this girl came in the classroom and she was laughing and she's like, the space shuttle blew up. And she was laughing about it. And we thought she was joking and we got onto her for making such a terrible joke. And then we found out that it really happened. And so I was in English class and then, you know, so we went through the English class and then by the time English was over, I went to Spanish and the teacher, Senorita Wright, she was smart. As soon as she heard the news, she ran to the AV room and snatched the TV. So we were able to watch what was going on. And
yeah, watch developing details. Yep.
And it was on CNN, of course. Yeah, that was, it was pretty major. Like, it was like, wow, that's so messed up.
I was watching the Flintstones, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and on public TV, and they came through. We interrupt this program, and you know the slogan. Damn.
Yeah.
Crystal
Number
McAuliffe.
6, the
I
war
remember
on
her.
drugs.
And if you've got to die for something,
Clint Eastwood.
it.
America faced a dangerous import as crack made its arrival on city streets and created media hysteria.
Steve Young reports on a new kind of cocaine called crack.
A more dangerous form of cocaine,
Dan Rather.
crack, and other illegal substances led President Reagan to escalate the war on drugs.
And when it
My
comes to
boy.
drugs and alcohol, just say no.
Laws like
Tell
the
'em,
Anti-Drug
bitch.
Abuse Act of 1986 sought to solve the problem.
Look, you ain't gonna call Nancy Reagan that. You need to stop.
You stay out of my business.
While just saying no increased drug education.
It's easy, Kate. All you have to do is
Punky Brewster.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. I know we say no politics, but I think a lot of people will agree with me on this. Just listen, just listen. You know, although it was nice and good that they were like, just say no, I really wish the government had poured more money into desperate communities and, you know, and stopping people from getting on the drugs than trying to catch the drug dealers. Because if you don't have drug users, the drug dealers can't make money. And you're improving communities and the lives of families and children.
True.
Okay. The more you know. All right.
Dong, 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 dong.
Drug arrests escalated, though some questioned the significance in comparison to other crimes.
As of tonight, no funds have been placed in escrow, and the Americans, Iranians, and Algerians are still talking.
Number 5.
What is
tense
this?
relations with Iran.
Oh, yeah.
Iran, quote, managed to rub in the dirt the nose of the world's biggest oppressor and superpower, unquote.
Strained U.S.-Iranian relations had a massive domestic effect when Iranian revolutionaries took American diplomats hostage in late 1979.
It ends with the hostages still in captivity and a world uncertain as to
Still in
just what
captivity.
is holding up their freedom for at least another agonizing day.
President Jimmy Carter's inability to negotiate a release cost him re-election. Trouble arose later with the Iran-Contra affair.
I've said on several occasions that I wouldn't comment about the recent congressional hearings on
You go, Reagan.
Evidence showed that American officials had sold Iran.
By the way, Nancy and Ron Reagan, they got married here in Indiana, in Crown Point, Indiana.
Weapons. The U.S. then used the proceeds to aid Contra fighters in Nicaragua, which was previously forbidden by Congress.
Yeah.
And all the while, ways had to be found to contain the US-backed Contra invasion.
Reagan was never proven to know about the sales, but the controversy damaged his reputation.
Once I realized I hadn't been fully informed, I sought to find the answers. Some of the answers I don't like.
Number 4. 1981 tax cut and Reaganomics.
I have come to speak to you tonight about our economic recovery program and why I believe it's essential that the Congress approve this package.
Damn right.
When Ronald Reagan ran for the presidency, he advocated reduced
See Newt
government
Gingrich back there?
spending and taxation. He stuck to his guns with a 1981 tax cut
Did you
on
see
the
him?
upper class.
No,
hoping that their increased finances.
I was trying to hear what they were saying. Who are you talking about?
That was Newt Gingrich in the back.
Oh, okay.
Would trickle down to lower income citizens.
Those who do work are denied a fair return for their labor by a tax system which penalizes successful achievement and keeps us from maintaining full productivity.
The cuts
You're
set off
mother
a large
effing
recession,
right.
But the economy grew strong and weathered a stock market crash. However, Reagan actually increased military spending and left a massive, troubling budget deficit.
That message was very simple. Our government is too big and it spends too much.
Nintendo, the world's #1.
Whoa!
Yes!
Electronic innovations.
The personal system 2. Will this be a major event in personal computing history or just another new product introduction?
The 80s proved a prominent decade for electronics development. The video game
John
market had
Candy.
been left in tatters following a 1983 crash. But in 1985,
Mario!
Nintendo introduced the NES to
Bing,
North
bing.
America and erased any memory of it.
Mhm.
The console's quality design and impressive library revitalized video gaming. In the computer world, IBM introduced their first PC in 1981. Competitors were blown away, and its engineering became standard, paving the way for the dominance of PCs.
And while the rest of the clone makers have been struggling and agonizing over how to move to 32 bits, IBM now has done it. And I think the other people that make
Damn,
machines in the
32
desktop area
bits.
are going to have to follow that.
Number 2.
Now we're up
Pollution
into
persists.
3,000,
This is
4,000
by
bits.
far the largest oil spill ever recorded in U.S. waters. And yet apparently there are still more than 40 million gallons of crude oil remaining on the tanker.
Despite the environmental movement, major ecological problems still existed. In 1989, the Exxon
Gosh.
Valdez struck an Alaskan reef and dropped gallons of oil.
Now that oil stuff, this is where they invented Dawn dish liquid.
They didn't invent Dawn dish liquid. They realized it was
Go Dawn, go Dawn.
It was useful to clean the oil off of the animals.
See the picture here?
Mm-hmm.
It's all oil, right?
Yeah.
If they would have took a bottle and just dropped a drop right in the middle, all that oil would have scattered like that. See? Smart, huh?
I don't think it works quite that way.
Oil
Do it on the commercial.
And still we're having problems with birds and we're having problems with otters. And so if you look at all these different pieces, suddenly the puzzle starts coming into focus and it looks very
Birds
much
and
like we're having
otters.
long-term damage.
Exxon was using outdated equipment, but ensuing regulations provided hope of avoiding future incidents. Meanwhile, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant accident released radiation.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening. In the news today, there was an
Good
accident
evening.
at a Soviet nuclear plant.
Fucked a lot of
causing some
people up.
casualties.
The resulting concern was helpful in encouraging the USSR to negotiate with America to bring about our #1 moment. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I'm going to guess the #1 moment is when the Berlin Wall came down. What about you?
Man, the Berlin Wall was something big. I'm going to say something to do with Castro.
Yeah.
Castro.
I remember they
Castro.
actually sold like little bottles that contained pieces of the wall, the Berlin Wall.
Wait a minute. Let's go. I'm going to change that answer. I'm going to go with something about Muammar Gaddafi with Libya.
Okay,
The
well, let's
war was-
see.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay. That was magical.
If you've been anywhere near a television
Oh,
set or
yeah.
radio these past few hours, you already
That was
know
so
John
sad.
Lennon of the Beatles
Fuck.
is dead.
Specifically,
Yeah, I
we
forgot.
agreed in Geneva that each side should move to cut offensive nuclear arms by 50%.
#1, the Cold War ends, concern shifts to
Oh,
China.
wait.
In China, the will of the people
I was
has
close.
been thwarted by the will of the people's government.
When he entered office, President Reagan carried a headstrong resolve to end the Cold War. He got his opportunity. With the Soviet economy stalling, Mikhail Gorbachev welcomed communications with Americans. He signed a
Gorbachev.
number of weapons treaties with Reagan, including START 1.
You've got the two leaders of these two powerful countries running way beyond their arms controllers and their defense ministries and their state departments and saying, let's get rid of nuclear weapons.
Right.
Slowly, Soviet governments gave way to elections, and the Berlin Wall fell. Meanwhile,
You got
in
it.
China, student protesters were killed
I
at
remember
Tiananmen
that.
Square
That was
for protesting
crazy.
the communist government. A long-time war was over, but other threats were alive and well. Do you agree with our list? Which events do you
Madonna.
think defined 1980s America and beyond? For more informative top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, that was
Jason. There's so many, but yeah, you were right. Cool.
Yeah, one thing I remember, just before the Berlin Wall came down, I remember sometimes they would televise escapes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there were 2 or 3 people swimming to get out of the communist part of Berlin to get to the free part of Berlin. I can't remember, it was East or West Berlin. I can't remember which one was communist and which one was free at the moment. But there was a pregnant woman swimming, and she was 8 months pregnant. And there was a soldier, like basically if you were escaping, they had orders to shoot to kill you. And the soldier chose not to shoot her. Like she could have been dead. Like he had it aimed at her head. And a lot of people lost their lives trying to escape communism.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So let me see here. Let's go to the last one. 80's mall. Remember how it was so fun to go to the mall?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I used to love going to the mall. Let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to go ahead and turn that music off. So, not to set off any alarms.
That's the best part.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes they block it, But yeah, look at that. Remember, what are those machines called? Gaming machines?
Arcade games?
Yes.
Self-serve area. Okay. That's Gina Tay store. Gina Tay.
Oh, look, a record
the
store.
And Madonna on the cover right
The
there.
The record store.
Wow. Memories.
The last time I was in a record store was 2018, the Electric Fetus. In
Youth Gone Wild, Skid Row.
Yep.
Food courts.
Yep.
Man. Oh, multi TVs, yeah. Ooh, poofy,
look at that big hair.
Poofies. Oh, want to be queen guy?
Ooh, crop top.
Look at that belly button, boy. Look at that. Damn. Tax World? Oh, yeah.
Everybody is so skinny. You don't really see
And
any
everybody
chubbies.
looks so happy.
Yeah.
Those 2 girls are looking at him saying, wow, where did he get those arms?
He is so cool. Yeah, but I don't know. People like in the 80s, we were so skinny,
Not that girl right there, boy. Look at it. Yeah.
Where? Nobody's that big.
You missed it. Sears.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All the Sears I
Powder
know are
jackets.
closed. Sears was my store.
We got one here.
Oh, cool.
That looks like the Gap. Oh, look at those girls. Oh, Chocolate City, baby.
Yeah.
Jay Leno?
Aw.
Oh, no.
His chin's not big enough to be Leno.
Right. Music, something.
Look at that mohawk.
Oh,
Boombox.
look at the, yes.
Patrick Swayze.
She's like the wind.
She's like the wind. Look at that waterfall or water
Used to
fountain.
love those.
Mm-hmm.
Food courts. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Camelot music. Oh yeah. And the rent-a-cop out front.
Yep. Man, I miss going to the mall.
That looked almost like Einstein.
You know, and sometimes they would have concerts at the mall. You remember Blessed Union of Souls?
Yep.
I saw them perform at a mall back in the early 90s. And I got to meet like they would also have book signings at the mall. And that's where I got this. I got this at a mall. And Don
Billy
Wells
Gonzalez.
signed it. Yup.
Oh, Zales. Look at the two brothers. Yeah. Oh, Christmas at the mall was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Going to visit Santa.
The escalators.
Yeah.
For some reason, that looks like the Trade Center.
Oh. Our mall wasn't big enough to have a escalator. It was all on one floor. It still is, but you don't have as many places. It's like
Macy's.
It's only like 1/4 of the places are filled at the mall anymore.
Jumax.
Yeah.
Baskin Robbins. Oh boy. Mannequins with the finest. Oh, I want that game, Mall Madness. Electronic Mall Madness, the shopping spree game that talks.
They smoking in the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper.
Were you guys allowed to smoke at your high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside the.
Yeah, they had a smoking area. It was actually indoors, and I hated walking past it. It smelled so bad. So that was pretty cool, all those pictures. So of course I will link these videos to the people, and I'm sure they'll have more 80s related stuff for you to see there. All right. So, but yeah, the 80s were a fun time. You know, I think it was one of those, you know, it was cool to experience. Yep. What else you got to say about the 80s?
I miss it. Man. Just, it was fun, man.
Memories like the corners of my mind. Bitter watercolored memories of the way we were. Could it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line?
Yes.
My goodness. You fell asleep.
It was so soft. It just, I was just brought to emotions.
Yep. So anyway.
A trip back to the 80s, man. Too bad we really can't go.
Yeah. I mean, we got some cool things. Like we have cars that drive themselves now.
That's not an 80s moment. That's stupidity.
I don't know.
Why would you want a car that drives itself?
So I could do other things while the car is driving?
Stay home. Want to
No.
polish your nails while the car drives? Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Go left.
You know, I trust those computers more than some people. Some people be tripping. Shoot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying. Although, like,
I know exactly what you're saying.
yeah, because people, they were like, oh, let's drink and drive. Wee. Not a good idea, folks. Bad idea.
No, we don't promote that, people. No.
Yeah, we do promote drinking, but not drinking and driving at the same time. And not drink a lot, just, a little bit.
Drink a lot of milk.
Not even a lot of milk.
Milk.
Do this now. Yeah, so what else? We could use ideas for our next videos.
Yeah.
We're open. If you want to be a guest on the show, we might be able to work that out.
Yeah, we can bring somebody on we got room for another person. We can do 3.
We can do up to 100 people.
Right from the comfort of you guys' homes. Just tap in. We got you. We got you. We got you, bitch.
So yeah, but yeah, support this channel, you guys. Encourage us, subscribe, give us thumbs up, make comments if you like it. If you don't like it, if you don't like it, it's okay. Give us a thumb down. I don't care. It's not my channel.
Are we boring? Yeah, she's only talking shit because she already got to 1,000 subscribers and she's royalty.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
No,
I really do want him to get 1K as well. But but let us know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell us how you feeling. Better for thumbs up, but if you don't like it, feel free to do a thumbs down. I don't care. Tell us.
At least you're being honest.
You don't like it, tell us in the comments. Okay. If you think that the 70s were better than the 80s, that's fine too.
Or the 90s. I think our next topic, we should do the 90s. And then the next one, the 2000s.
Yeah. I mean, I did like the 90s as well. Although I worked all the time, I was working crazy hours. There would be sometimes I worked 72 hours a week.
What?
Yeah, I was working my booty off. I did. I put some time in. Sometimes I'd have 2 jobs. I was trying to stack them Benjamins.
Just trying to stack that cheese, baby.
But
hey,
what
do you guys think about the 90s out there? Anybody grew up in the 90s? Was a teenager in the 90s? Something? Let us know.
I remember like concerts, like you could go like in the 70s or not the 70s. I don't know. I was way too young, but you could go to a concert for like $20 back in the day. Remember that?
I remember free concerts.
Well, they still have free concerts, but if you want to see artists like Beyonce, their ticket prices are like $200 unless it's like the nosebleed. I remember seeing Prince and I paid $20 and I was like in the first 20 rows. So, it wasn't like today. If you want VIP, you're going to be paying $500. I went to go see the Monkees and I paid $300, but I got a meet and greet. I was front row center, So yeah, so I got to meet Mickey and
Nicki Minaj?
no, Mickey from the Monkees.
Oh.
Okay, you just derailed the train. I said Mickey, not even Nikki. Mickey Dolenz. I got to meet him and Peter.
From the Monkees.
Yeah, I got to meet both of them. And Peter, he was so sweet. I'm like, I was really like impressed with how kind of a person he was. And that really hurt my feelings when he passed, you know. He had he had so much concern for people. Like my friend, she was running towards the front and he's like, be careful. Oh, watch out. It was so funny. Oh my goodness. That was a good concert though. I got to meet like my favorite drummer, Mickey Dolenz. What's the other one? What's the other guy? There was Mike Nesmith. You know, he was very instrumental in getting MTV started. And he's one of those people, you can talk to him on Twitter and he will respond to you.
Nice.
So he's really cool. Mickey, he seemed a little offish, like he was nice,
Cocky,
but it's like he has like a barrier up. I don't know.
Oh,
but he seemed nice, but it was just kind of like he was guarded, a little guarded, you know. So, but Peter, oh my goodness. And my friend, she let him know, you're my favorite. And so during the concert, you know, my friend's name is Mary. So during the concert, you know, they got 2 songs where they say Mary. And so when they were singing Mary, Mary, they sang that to her. And when they were singing that one song, I can't remember it, but they're like, Mary, I love you. And he looked at her and said that made her week, maybe month, maybe year. But I was like, that is so awesome, you know. Mickey is my favorite monkey, you know. I don't know, because the wild hair he had. Wow. All right, well, we better wrap this up. It's time to wrap it up.
My favorite monkey's George.
I'll take it, wrap it up. Yep. So we got 1 minute. Wrap it up.
Well, less than 1 minute. All right, guys, let's wrap this one up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give it up for Mrs. Sheffy. Give it up from the Royal King. Thank you guys for coming. Make sure to like and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yep.
Peace.
All right. So let's just act goofy till the end. What's the monkey song? Let's sing a monkey song. And I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Without a trace. No sound of my mind. Now I'm in love.